Good morning and assalamu alaikum everyone. My topic is about phonological and phonemic awareness. Lesson number 8. By the way, I am Leilani Umaloy, the reporter number 2. So this is my overview of my topic. This lesson introduces different phonological and phonemic strategies. The learners will be aware of the proper and different pronunciation. Phonological awareness. Phonological awareness is a term that describes the awareness of the sound structure of a language. So basically, the phonological awareness is about ability, or it's about individual ability to determine or to know or to be aware of various sound structure of a language. Many children have difficulty understanding that language is made up of individual sounds, and weakness in phonological awareness leads to reading failure. So there are a lot of students that lack of disability. Wala masyado silang knowledge or awareness about language, no. So then these lackings may lead to reading failure. So some important words to know are phoneme. So phoneme, this is the smallest individual unit of sound in a word. Like for example, the word cat. So the word cat has 3 phonemes or sounds. K, A, T. K, A, T. So that's what we call phoneme, the smallest individual unit of sounds in a word. So another example is banana. So the banana has 6 phoneme or sounds: b, a, n, a, n, a. So that is the other example of phoneme is the banana. Banana has 6 phonemes or sounds: b, a, n, a, n, a. Banana. So let's proceed to syllable. Syllable, this is the unit of a language that is larger than an individual sound or phoneme, and it consists of a vowel alone or a vowel and one or more consonant sounds. So, like for example, the word banana. So, banana has 3 syllables. Ba, na, na. Yan. So, ba, na, na. So, let's proceed. Phonological awareness is the ability to hear, distinguish, produce, and work with the sounds in words. And it is a completely oral language skill that children need to master in order to learn to read and spell. So, phonological awareness is broken down into 4 development levels: the word, syllable, onset rhyme, and phoneme. Phonological awareness instruction in rhyming, clapping syllables, identifying onset and rhymes of words, and blending, segmenting, and manipulating individual phonemes. So, it is builds a strong foundation for phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is being aware of the individual sounds in the words, and this is the highest level of phonological awareness. So there's a general progression when children develop phonological awareness skills. Hearing, larger units or individual words in a sentence is easier than hearing smaller units or individual sounds in a word. So the students or the kids are more likely to notice that some words have the same sounds or syllable at the end of the words. They hear sounds like fat and cat. Then they realize that a sentence is made up of words. Then the students learn to recognize syllables and distinguish between words that begin with the same sound or syllables like cat and can. So the cat and can begin with the same sound, but cat and fat do not. Then the kids can able to blend and segment syllables. So, at more complex levels, pupils begin to identify individual sounds in words, like the word man. So, the word man has three sound, like m, a, n, m, a, n, to say the word man. So next, they learn to blend, segment, and manipulate these individual sounds to read words and to make the new words like fun. So the word is fun. Fun changed the end sound to T. So what is the new word? So that is fat. So, phonological and phonemic awareness, instruction help children improve their word or reading skills, which leads to better reading comprehension. So, to understand what they are reading, pupils must be able to read quickly. Evidence from research shows that the main difference between good and poor readers is the phonological awareness skills. So, a pupil who is unable to segment a word into syllables and individual sound is likely a poor reader. So, phonological awareness is later paired with the alphabetic principle to help pupils see that sounds are associated with letters in predictable way. And also, phonological awareness instruction help children learn how to spell. So it is important for the students or the pupils to have the class time to play with the sounds of the language. So some pupils may have difficulty learning and producing sounds, but with practice they will improve. Phonemic awareness is the most difficult level for pupils to learn, but this is the most important for reading success. When teaching phonological awareness skills, teachers do not use letter or words or word cards. This is a completely oral skill. So let's proceed to phonological awareness and phonemic awareness. Phonological and phonemic awareness. So, phonological awareness is the general appreciation of how language can be divided into its components. For example, we speak in sentence. So, sentence can be broken down into words, words into syllables, and then onset rhymes. So, when the word is broken down into its smallest part, individual sounds the term phonemic awareness is used. So, phonemic awareness is a sub-skills of the broad category of phonological awareness. So, basically, here's the difference between the phonemic awareness and phonological awareness. The phonemic awareness is a part of phonological awareness. Like, for example, counting the word would be counting the word would be a phonological awareness. So, we are working with syllables. Like, for examples, uh, uh, the word banana. So, ang kinakount doon is syllables. So, phonological awareness is more on syllables. Like, di ba, banana, ba, na. So, in phonemic awareness, this is the counting the number of sounds in the word would be if phonemic awareness is counting the number of sounds in a word, like for example the word cat. In cat there are three phonemes: k, a, t. Sa cat, phonemes naman is by word, by letter siya. Oo, counting the number of sounds in a word. Yan yung phonemic awareness. So, the phonological awareness is there are four activities: words in sentence, rhymes, syllables, onset, and rhymes. In phonemic awareness, there are seven activities: isolation, identification, categorization, blending, segmentation, deletion, addition, and substitution. So, let's proceed to five phonological awareness activities. Phonological awareness activities developed. It is important for students to participate in phonological awareness activities that link sounds or phonemes to letter patterns or graphemes. So number one is words in a sentence. This is a speech or sound or series of sounds that communicates a meaning. So it may consist a single morpheme or combination of morphemes. So, like for the example, the word Pat has a hat. So, in Pat has a hat, there are four words. So, student can clap, step, or signal as each word is pronounced. Number two is syllable. Syllable is a word part that contains a vowel or in spoken language or a vowel sound. So in this syllable, a student can tap, clap, or raise finger for each syllables they heard or pronounced in the word. Like for example, the word Ellie. So Ellie has a two syllables. So they can tap, clap, or raise fingers for each syllable they heard or pronounced in the word. So another example is the word avocado. So the word avocado has four syllables. So the student will tap, clap, or raise fingers when they heard each syllables. So next is rhyme. The rhyme is the identical or very similar final sounds in words. So in rhymes, the students will identify rhyming words as they are pronounced. Like for the example, pat rhymes with hat. And another is pig rhymes with big. The number four, we have the two, onset and rhyme. In onset, this is the initial consonants sound of a syllables. So the students will identify onset in words as they are pronounced or heard. So like for the example, the word sheep. So the first part of sheep is sh. That is the first part of sheep. Sh. Sh. And that is the onset. The letter B is rhyme. A rhyme is the part of syllable that contains the vowel and all that follows it. So in this the rhyme, student will identify rhyme as they are pronounced or heard in a word. So like for example the word sheep. So the word sheep the last part of sheep is ip. Kung baga, sa onset is, ang kinukuha doon is the first part of the word. Diba sa sheep is the first part of sheep is sh. And sa rhyme naman is the last part of the word. Like for example, sa sheep din. So the last part of sheep is ip. So next is 7 phonemic awareness activities. So these are the skills that auditory or listening and spoken or verbal. So this is the spoken words requiring ears only. Number 1 is identification. Identification. This is the recognizing the same sounds in different words. Like for example, the word can, car, and cup. So what sound is the same in can, car, and cups? So of course, the first sound is s, s or k. The first sound k is the same. None. Tapos, number 2 is categorization. Categorization recognizing the word in a set of 3 or 4 words that has the odd sound. So, like for example, the word pin, pan, and bag. So, which word does not belong with pin, pan, and bag? So, of course, the word bag. Bag does not belong. It doesn't begin with P. Let's proceed to number 3, blending. Blending, this is listening to a sequence of separately spoken phonemes and combining the phonemes to form a word. So, like for example, the word mal. So, what is the word in m, I, l? So, the word in m, I, l is mile. This is listening to a sequence of separately spoken phonemes and combining the phonemes to form a word. Number 4, segmentation. This is a word into its separate sounds and saying each sound as it step out, counted or signaled. So, for example, the word park. So, how many sounds are in park? So, there are 3 sounds. P, R, K. P, R, K. So, there are 3 sounds in park. Number 5 is deletion. Deletion, recognizing the word that remains when a phoneme is removed from another word. So, from the word delete, like for example, bank, for the example, the word bank. So, what is bank without the K? So, of course, ban. Bank without the K is ban. Number 6 is addition. Addition, it is making a new word by adding a phoneme to an existing word. So, for example, the word ramp or ramp. So, what word do you have? What word do you have if you add P to the end of ramp? So, of course, ramp. This is the making a new word by adding a phoneme to an existing word. Number 7 is substitution. Substitution, it is substituting one phoneme for another to make a new word. So, like for example, the word sit. So, the word sit change S to F is fit. Magiging fit siya. Yeah. This is the phoneme for another to phoneme substituting one phoneme for another to make a new word. So let's proceed to systematic and explicit instruction. Systematic instruction refers to the sequence of skills taught. There's a logical order in progression to teaching reading skills. So, in systematic, there's a logical order and progression teaching skills. Like for example, si Amna. Si Amna. So, before she teach phoneme segmentation, she will first discuss the rhyme. Kung ituturo niya muna ang rhyme bago niya i-discuss ang phoneme segmentation. Kumbaga, may order sila. May order ang systematic instruction. In explicit instruction naman, it is refers to the way that teaching is done. Explicit instruction is direct instruction of what the students are to learn. So, in this explicit instruction, the effective instruction uses is the I do, we do, you do model. So, like for example, first, the teacher models or show the students how to use the new skills. And that is the I do. Teacher muna ang magsasalita. The next is the teacher and students practice the skill together, and that is we do. So, teacher and students work together. And lastly, the teacher watches the students practice the skill on their own and provides corrective feedback. And that is you do. Student naman ang nagdi-discuss dito or sila naman ang nagsasalita. In short, the I do is the teacher. Sa I do, teacher ang nagsasalita. We do naman is teacher and students teacher and students work together. And sa you do naman is students ang nagdi-discuss. And this is the example of I do, we do, and you do. First, teachers will show or discuss first. Teachers say, listen as I say the first sound in a word. So, the word is man. The first sound in a man is ma. Ma. In I do, teacher muna ang nagdi-discuss chance. And let's proceed to we do. We do. Let's work together to say the first sound in the word cat. So, the first sound in the cat is k. So, teacher and students work together. And lastly, the you do. You do. Let me hear you say the first sound in the word. The word dog. So, the first sound in the word dog is d. Sa you do is student na ang di-discuss dyan or nagsasalita. So, what if the pupils answer incorrectly or practice the skills wrong during the we do or you do step? So, this is an important question, and teacher must be able to correct students who give wrong answer at the we do and you do stages of the learning process. Do not humiliate or embarrass the students or draw attention to the error if one or more students answer incorrectly. Simply say that I hear some incorrect answer. Listen and watch me as I show you again. Then return to the idle pace and model the talent once more. Then, using a new example, ask the students to practice with you and listen to see if they answer correctly. If a large number of students continue to make errors, go back to the beginning and reteach the skill. If only a few students make errors, work with them one and one. And that's for all. Thank you.